Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Zima devlog. My name is Corey, and I'm going to be talking to you about quite a bit of stuff because it's been a while since I've updated you guys. And there's a reason for that. It's because we've been doing a lot. We've been hard at work, and originally it was because we were working pretty mad to get the demo ready for Steam Next Fest. So we did participate in the June Steam Next Fest. We got our demo up about a week ahead, and we were able to have it up through the entire demo. We got about 800 downloads in total, and now we're sitting at about 250 wishlists, which is honestly, that's really good for me. I was not thinking that we were even going to get that much, and I'm pretty excited about the amount of wishlists we got there. I know that it doesn't really equal too much, and people will say, you know, you need 10,000 wishlists in order to really even make a dent. Honestly, I'm happy with anything, and I'm just happy that people have any interest in our game. So from Next Fest, we did get a good amount of feedback since we had a good few people playing the demo. Mainly what we got was that the dungeon was just kind of tedious to go through, especially if you kept dying over and over. The enemies keep respawning, and you respawn at the beginning, and you don't really get any more powerful or anything. So what we ended up doing was actually adding in a checkpoint system. We added in all of these portals where the escape doors were previously, and now every time you go through one of the portals, it unlocks it as a checkpoint, and that'll be where you come out the next time that you enter the dungeon or you die. So I believe that will help a lot. We also had to make it so that the chests only open and give you loot one time to prevent you from being able to just, farm it and just get an infinite amount of coal. We also have been working on a lot more actual kind of design stuff like the tutorial. We were lacking a lot in our tutorial department. We didn't really show things in a way that would catch people's attention that much, and I recognize that a dialogue window popping up is just going to get skipped by probably about half of the amount of people that see it. So I can't just put all of the tutorial within like a dialogue window because most people won't see it, and then they'll be wondering how you do basic things. So we added a lot to that. We also added a lot more prompts for the interacts to actually use like your interact buttons. You can see that the objects still stay highlighted, and then you can see a little interact button that pops up as well. We also got some requests to add controller support, and honestly, now that we have been working on it for a little bit, the game lends itself pretty well on controller. It feels pretty good. Feels pretty smooth. The combat works pretty well, and the interface works well. But we're still working on it. We've had a lot of trouble with the controllers. Of course, if you can imagine, when you start off and make your game and you make it entirely for mouse and keyboard, all of the stuff that we were using for the interface was all, on button pressed or on mouse over or stuff like that. So we had nothing ready for a controller. So in order to add controller support, we've had to gut a lot of our like interface infrastructure and other systems in order to add those kinds of inputs into the game so that you can actually use the controller in the interfaces. So we still got a little bit more to go in terms of getting the controller input ready, but we're almost done, and again, it feels pretty good. So I'm excited for that, and you can look out for it in the next demo update. So what's going on in the future? Because that's what I want to talk about next. So now that we've finished the demo and we've gotten a round of feedback, and we've done a couple more rounds of playtests and feedback as well, I think I have a better idea of where this game is going to end up. It's going to be a little bit more casual than what I was thinking at first, and more of a RPG and just a nice kind of dungeon crawler experience. So next, what we're going to do is start the work on the rest of the game. There's 2 more sections that I want to build out, and after that, it's pretty much just going to be polish. But in order to build out those sections too, I wanted to add a little bit more variety. So in terms of visuals, they're going to be quite a bit different. And then we've also got a few new enemies. We have this boar that's going to be fulfilling kind of the role of the slime and acting in a similar way. We have a bat, and we have a couple other things that you're going to see later on in the other temples. Once we get done with those temples, then at that point, we're going to stop doing all of the content additions. We're going to stop making major changes to the game, at least. And we're going to be doing everything we can to just make it as stable and as polished as we possibly can. Of course, we're going for a nice, tight, polished experience. But this is our first game. We are 3 people that have never made a video game before, doing it for the first time. And we're doing it in a pretty short amount of time as well. And that means that we need any and all advice and feedback that we can possibly get. So if you guys have anything that you can think of that might help, or that you think might not even help, go ahead and put it into the comment section below. I promise I'll look at it. I'll probably even talk to you about it a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I'll see you.